Here's presenting 12 Angry Women.
Hey, chewing gum? Gum? Anyone? Gum?
Oh, thank you, but no.
You know what?
I know a lot of things.
It's
I'm in
hot.
advertising, you know.
It's hot.
I wouldn't have known if she wouldn't have told me. Would you?
Me? I suppose not. I'm kind of forgotten.
Oh my god, it's so hot. All I've done today is sweat.
I bet you aren't sweating like that boy who was tried.
You would think they would at least air condition this place. I almost dropped dead in court.
No. My taxes are high enough already.
Anyway, it's not going to take that long.
Yes, it's very hot.
Did they lock that door?
Yes, they did.
What do they think we are? Crooks?
They lock us up for some time and then they release us too.
And then they lock up that boy forever. And that's okay with me.
I never knew they did that.
Of course they do. What did you think?
I just didn't know. It didn't occur to me.
Can we all admit right now that it's hot and humid and our tempers are short?
Yeah. You know, I'm wondering what's been going on in the office. You know how it is in advertising. In 6 days, my company could be shut. I could be out of a job. You know the rate at which they are firing people? Oh, damn.
This is our civic duty and our privilege too.
I didn't object to doing my duty. All I'm saying is I might not have a job by the end of it.
Ask her to hire you. She's rich. Look at the suit.
Is that custom tailored?
Yes, it is.
Ah, I have an uncle who's a tailor too.
Oh, how does he do?
Not too well. He's got a friend who's also wanting to be on this jury over here.
So why didn't you let him? I would have done anything to miss this. Totally.
And get caught or something. Do you know the kind of fines they would levy on us? Anyway, this uncle's friend, he was on the jury once of a case very similar to ours about 10 years ago.
Really? What happened then?
Nothing. They let him off.
Oh,
Reasonable doubt.
what is that?
And can you believe it? 8 years later, they got to know that he had actually committed the crime. A guilty man, a murderer, was let loose on the streets.
Did they get it?
They couldn't.
Why not?
A person can't be held in double jeopardy. What that means is a person can't be tried for the same crime twice. Unless it's a hung jury.
That's not going to happen here. I'm sure.
Sure too. 6 days. They should have finished it in 2.
Absolutely.
Talk.
I agree.
Did you hear and everyone talk so much for nothing?
Never.
Well, I guess they are entitled.
Oh.
Why? Everybody gets a fair trial. That's a system. You can't say anything against it.
Well, you ought to expect that. This is how they are.
That's also true.
Not all of them.
Okay.
The better proofs than some bias you may have against a certain group.
We all agree it's hot in here.
Tempers will get short.
Only if we disagree. But it is open and shut.
Absolutely.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's handle it from now. I'm not making any rules. Okay? We can take it any which way we want. One way is that we take a discussion, a lengthy discussion, and then we vote whether the accused is guilty or not. And the other way is that we vote just now and we know exactly where we stand then.
I'll tell you all something. Let's vote now and get done with it. Who knows that we all can just go home?
Yes. Yeah, let's vote now.
Let's vote.
Anyone who doesn't want to vote?
No. Let's vote.
Just remember, this is a first degree murder case. When you vote guilty, your verdict sends the accused to the hangman's knot. Okay, let's vote. All those voting guilty, raise your hands.
Someone missing
somebody-
her. She's not joined the table
Okay.
Madam Foreman, this should better be fast. You know, I have got the tickets for latest Shuchitra Sen and Uttam Das Chobby for tonight. I think I'm the only lady in this world who has not that seen yet. Madam Foreman, I request you, please start the show.
The lady at the window, kindly be seated.
Sorry.
Okay, anyone who doesn't want to vote?
But you know what? I would like to say something. It's tough to figure out the kind of people they are. This young boy goes out, kills his father, stabs it right into his chest. It's in the elements, you know. That is where they are. They deserve what they're getting.
But they're better proofs than the emotions.
I don't know.
But I think, you know what? This cold is so much and the weather is hot too. It's so confusing. See, she's coughing. Are you fine or not?
This dirt, this pollution.
What a hypocrite.
I know.
Please, you know what? Even I had one when I was on a vacation last year. It's not hypocrisy, it's totally fine.
Shall we
Who
settle
said
down?
it was hypocrisy?
Oh,
Yes.
sure, Madam.
Yes? Anyone who doesn't want to vote?
All right, let us vote.
That's easy now.
Let's vote.
Okay. All those voting guilty, raise your hands. 8, 9, 10, 11.
What?
11 voting guilty. Not guilty.
What? You're a leftist?
1 not guilty. 11 to 1 in favor of guilty. Now we know exactly where we stand.
Do you really believe that the boy is not guilty?
I don't know. You don't know.
You don't know. After 6 days, she's saying she doesn't know.
In 6 days, I could have learned calculus. This is ABCD, madam.
I don't think it's as simple as A, B, C, D.
Sure.
I have never seen a guiltier man in my life.
Correct.
What does a guilty man look like? He's not guilty until we say he is guilty. Are we to vote on his face?
You sat right in the court and heard the same things as I heard.
Correct.
Absolutely.
And the man is a dangerous killer. You could see it.
Yes. Where do you look to see if a man is a killer?
Oh well.
Now, I want to know, tell me, what the facial characteristics of a killer are. Maybe you know something I don't know.
Look, what is it about this case? It makes you think that the boy is innocent.
Yeah. He's 19 years old.
He knifed his own father.
Correct.
4 inches into the chest. An innocent 19-year-old kid.
I agree with you that the boy is guilty, but let's try to avoid emotionally colored arguments.
All right. They proved it in dozen different ways.
Correct.
Do you want me to list them?
No.
Then,
Do you really believe the stupid story the boys told us? Do you really believe the boy?
I don't know whether I believe it or not. Maybe I don't. Then what did you base your argument of not guilty?
correct.
There are 11 votes for guilty.
So,
It's not so easy for me to raise my hand and send a boy off to die without talking about it first. Who said it was easier for me?
Yeah? What is this?
Huh? No one.
then,
He's equally as guilty whether it's the easy vote vote or a hard vote.
Correct.
Is there something wrong because I voted fast?
No.
Not necessarily. See, the boy is guilty. You cannot change my mind even if you talk about this for 100 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to change your mind. So what are you thinking of? I want to talk for a while.
Look, this boy has been kicked around all his life. You know, living in a slum, his mother being dead since 9. It's not been a very good head start. This boy is an angry, tough boy. You know why slum kids get that way? Because we knock them over the head once a day, every day. I just think we owe him a few words, that's all.
Sure, it's hard. And it was hard for me. I fought for everything that I have got. I worked my way through college.
Yeah.
And it has been a long time. And you do perhaps forget. And I fought, but I never killed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know what it is like. I didn't kill anybody.
I also, have been kicked around. You know how it is in advertising. When the big boy walks in and you have to do whatever he says. You know how it is?
In my country, Bangladesh, kicking is a science. Let's try and do better than that.
Hey, I don't mind telling you this, madam. We don't owe these kids a thing. Yes, we got a fair trial. Did he not? Yes. Do you even realize how much a trial cost? He's lucky to even have got one. And we all are grown-ups here. You don't need to be told what is to be believed or not believed. Knowing what he is. I have lived among these people all my life. I know what they are and what kind of people they are, and you know that.
I don't know that. What a terrible thing for a person to believe. Since when is dishonesty a group characteristic? You have no monopoly on the truth.
All right, it's not Sunday.
Sunday?
We don't need a sermon.
What this person says is very dangerous.
I don't see any need for arguing like this. We ought to be able to discuss this in a civil manner.
Right, absolutely right.
Oh,
Civil man.
all right, if you insist.
Thank you. And
Sure.
if we must discuss this case, let's discuss the facts.
Yes.
That's a good point. Let's go over it as you wish.
Sure.
If you don't mind, ladies, can I close this window? The light has been coming directly on me.
See, if you don't mind, I would like that window to be open.
It is making me uncomfortable.
That is the only window. It's summers. Don't you want some air?
I have some rights.
So do the rest of us. There are 12 of us in this room, and that's the only window. So if you don't mind, please.
So whatever you think will happen here.
Majority rules. Huh.
Shall we get back to the case, please?
Yes, please.
Else we're going to be here for the whole night.
Okay, ladies, I have an idea here. And I'm just thinking out loud over here. I think it's up to us to convince this lady that she's wrong and we all are right. So how about we go around the table one by one and talk about it for a minute or so?
Oh, that's
a good idea.
That's a good idea.
That sounds fair enough.
Very fair.
Let's do it, Madam Foreman.
Okay. Let's do one round of this table once.
Sure.
Okay? Shall we start with you, please?
Well, I think he is guilty. I thought it was obvious.
Yeah.
And what makes you think it was obvious?
I mean, no one proved it otherwise.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. It's innocent until proven guilty. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't have to open his mouth. It's there in the Constitution. You've heard of it.
Everyone has heard of it. Of course.
Well, sure. I have heard of it. I know what it is. But what I want to say is, leave it. He is guilty. No reasons. Just guilty. Please, a man's life is at stake here.
Okay, let's get to the facts. Number one, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor just underneath the room where the murder took place. 10 minutes after 12, on the night of killing, he heard some loud noises in the upstairs apartment. He said it sounded like a fight. And then he heard the boy say to his father, "I'm going to kill you." A second later, he heard a body falling. He ran to the door of his apartment and looked out. He saw the boy running out of the house downstairs. And then he called the police. They found the father with a knife in the chest.
And the coroner fixed the time of the death at midnight.
Right?
Totally.
Now, did you hear that?
It doesn't seem to fit.
The boy's entire story is flimsy. He claims that he was at the movie. And that's a little ridiculous, isn't it? Because he doesn't even remember the name of the movie that he saw.
That's right. Now listen to this. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, he didn't have any ticket stub. Who keeps the ticket stub at the movies?
Well, that's true enough.
I suppose, but even the cashier didn't remember him.
And the ticket taker didn't either.
Right. And then do you remember the woman who stays right across the window? Yes. If her testimony don't prove it, nothing does.
That's right, that's right. She saw the killing, didn't she?
Yes.
Shall we go in order, please?
Okay, sorry.
All right. And there's this woman. She's lying on her bed. It's very warm. She's not able to sleep. She gets up, looks outside the window, and there she sees the boy sticking the knife into his father. And did she not swear to it? How does she really know that it was the boy when she saw through the windows of a passing elevated train?
Yes, I did hear her swear to it.
She has known the boy all her life. Her window is right across the boy's window through the elevated tracks. And she did swear to it.
You're right, she did.
And then they proved it that one can see through the moving train across the street, even in the night. They proved it in the court.
Yes. Weren't you telling us just a minute or two ago that you don't trust them? That you don't believe them? So, now let me ask you this. Then how do you believe her? Isn't she one of them too?
Hey, are you not being a very smart one here?
Now, please take it easy.
Come on. Don't let her upset you. Relax.
Go sit. They took us to the woman's room and we looked through the windows of a passing elevated train, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Then weren't you able to see what happened on the other side?
Yeah.
Well, I was not able to see the way I was told I would, but I did see what happened on the other side.
Then?
Madam Foreman, she said that she has seen it.
I saw it too, I tried it. Okay. Shall we move on?
Yes, sure.
Okay. I think it's your turn next.
I'll pass it.
Why?
She doesn't
It's
know.
her privilege. What about you? You've been quiet for quite some time now.
I don't know. I was getting convinced, you see, with the testimony of all those people across the room. Didn't they say something about a fight between the father and the son?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, around 7 p.m. in the night. I mean, I could be wrong.
Perhaps it was 8 p.m.
Correct.
We heard the father hit the boy twice and then saw the boy walk angrily out of the house.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So what does that prove?
Well, it doesn't prove anything. It's just a part of the picture. I never said it proves anything.
Anything else? No. Okay, your turn next, ma'am.
Well, a lot has been said already. I think we can talk about this whole thing the whole day. But I just think we are wasting our time.
I
No, I
agree.
don't.
I
Neither
agree.
do I. Go on.
Alright, if you insist. Look at the boy's history. He stole a car.
Correct.
He was caught up for money.
Correct.
I even remember them saying that he stabbed somebody on the arm.
Correct.
Don't you remember that he was punished for knife fighting?
Correct.
And at 15 he was at the reform school.
And it was sent to the reform school for stabbing someone.
That's a very fine boy we are talking about now. Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly and he used his fists. So would I on a boy like that? Huh?
You are right.
Hmm.
It's the kids. The way they are, you know. They don't listen. I've got a kid. When he was 8 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw him. I was so ashamed. I told him, I'm going to make a man out of you, or I'm going to burst you into pieces. When he was 15 years old, he slapped me on my face. His big, you know. I haven't seen him in 3 years. Rotten kids. I hate them. You work your heart out. Alright, let's get on with it.
Okay, I think we are missing the point here. Let's say that this boy is the product of a filthy background and a broken home.
Yeah.
We can't help that.
Okay.
And we're not here to go into the reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. They are.
Correct.
I know it.
Yeah.
So do you.
Absolutely.
Children who are born in slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
But believe me, I just don't want anything to do with them. Just cannot do anything to do with them.
I have lived in a slum all my life.
Hey, now wait a second. I didn't mean you.
I used to play in a backyard that was filled with garbage. Maybe it still smells on me. Listen, let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal over here. This is something personal, madam. Come on. She didn't mean you. Don't be so sensitive.
All right, then who did she mean?
I can understand her sensitivity.
Can you stop that bickering, please?
Madam Foreman, we are just wasting time here. Can't you see?
Wasting time? Just because I'm trying to organize things over here? Just because I'm trying to keep things in order? You think it's a joke? Take my seat and drive.
Madam,
Maybe you'll do a better job than me. You think it's a snap?
Hold on, ma'am. You've been doing a wonderful job.
she doesn't mean you, madam.
Please have a
Suck ups.
I hope you're fine, Madam Foreman.
Your turn next.
All right. I had a very peculiar feeling about this whole trial. I somehow feel that the defense counsel didn't conduct a thorough cross-examination. Many questions were unasked.
While it doesn't change my opinion about the guilt of the boy, I agree with you that the defense counsel was bad.
So, this is the point.
What is the point? What is the
But what about the facts?
Correct.
Right? There were many questions that were never answered.
And what about the questions that were answered?
Totally,
For instance, let's talk about that cute little knife that fine upright boy admitted buying.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's get it in here. Madam Foreman,
In here?
I would like to take a look at the knife.
We all know how it looks like. I don't think so. We need to see it again. What do you think?
The lady has a right to see the exhibits in evidence.
Okay with me.
Okay, fine.
Can I please have a smoke?
You smoke?
Yeah, I'm in advertising. No?
Modern girl.
You agree that the knife is a pretty strong piece of evidence, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So why don't we get the sequence of events right as they relate to the knife?
Okay, let's do it. So, the boy admitted to going out of his house at around 8 o'clock, right after he was slapped by his father. Didn't he?
Or punched.
Oh, yeah, punched.
And so he went to the neighborhood store, bought this knife, and then the next day the storekeeper was arrested after he admitted that he had sold the boy the knife.
And I think we all agree that it's a very unusual knife.
Correct.
Pretty hard to forget something like this.
Right. The storekeeper identified this knife as the only one of the kind that he had in stock. Why did the boy buy this knife?
He said as a present for his friend.
Right.
Okay. Am I right so far?
Yeah. Please go on.
Next, the boy says that on the way home, the knife must have fallen out of a hole in his pocket, that he never saw it again. That is a story. We all know what happened. The boy took the knife home. A few hours later, stabbed his father with it,
Correct.
and even remembered to wipe off the fingerprints.
Correct.
This is the point.
So then, everybody in this case has identified this knife. Are you saying now that it wasn't the boy, but somebody else picked this knife up off the street, went to the boy's house, killed the father with it, just to be amusing?
Of course not. I'm just saying that it's possible that he did lose the knife and that someone else stabbed his father with a similar knife. It's possible.
Look at this knife. It's a very strange looking knife. I've never seen one like it. And the storekeeper who sold the boy the knife also hadn't seen one like it.
Agreed.
Aren't you trying to make us accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
True.
I'm not trying to make anyone accept it. I'm just saying it's possible.
And I am saying it is not possible.
What is all this?
What are you trying to do?
To
What are you trying to do?
What is this? What do you think? Who do you think you are?
Where did you get it? It's the same knife. I got it in a little junk shop around the corner near the boy's house.
Now listen to me.
Yes, I'm listening. Yes.
You pulled a real smart trick here, but you proved absolutely zero. Maybe there are 10 knives like that. So what?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied. And you know it.
And maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he did lose the knife. Maybe he did go to the movies. And maybe the reason the cashier didn't remember seeing him because he sneaked into the movies and was ashamed to say so. Wait a minute.
What is maybe?
Has any one of you never sneaked into the movies once or twice in your life while you were young?
Maybe.
I didn't.
Not even once.
We didn't have movies.
Maybe he did go to the movies. Maybe he did.
Oh God, again.
Maybe he did lie. Do you think he lied?
Hey, that's a stupid question. Of course he lied.
Do you? You don't have to ask me, you know my answer. He lied.
Correct. All of us know.
What do you think? Did he lie?
I?
Yes.
No, wait a minute.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Who
she
does she
doesn't
think
know.
she is? Who are you to ask us this question? The boy's lawyer?
Yeah.
Now listen to me. There are still 11 of us who think that the boy is guilty.
Correct.
And you are alone. What do you want to accomplish by this, huh? If you want to be stubborn and hang this jury, so go on it. We are going to find that the boy is guilty. He'll be tried again.
Correct.
Well, you're right. Probably.
Then what do you want? We can be here all night.
It's only one night. A man may die.
Oh, Baba.
Well, yes, that's true.
Let's get going now. Let's get going.
Correct.
Now, what do you have to say? You are the one holding up the show.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, you don't think that the boy is guilty. There is a doubt in my mind. But you haven't given us any reason to understand your doubt.
Yeah.
There was the old man downstairs. He
Correct.
heard the boy shriek it out, I'm going to kill you.
And what about that woman across the elevated track? She saw it.
And we also know that he got a knife that night. And we don't even know where he was. At the movies, he said.
Earlier that night, the boy and the father had a fight.
Yes.
I said.
Yes.
Yes.
And the boy has been violent all the way.
Correct.
While that doesn't prove anything, it does not look good for
But,
them.
and then, why are we wasting our
Absolutely.
time on this nonsense?
When I have a proposition to make,
Again.
I want to call for a vote.
Again.
I want you all to vote by secret ballot. I'll abstain.
Oh.
If there are 11 votes guilty, then I won't stand alone.
Let's do it.
We will take in the guilty verdict right now.
Let's get on with it.
Best will happen.
Let's get on with it.
Let's roll it, Madam Foreman. Let's just roll with it.
Hurry up. Please pass on the pen.
Let's get on with it. This sounds fair to me. Okay, I'm giving everybody these chips of paper.
You want a pen?
It's
You
a
want a
secret
pen? I
ballot,
have mine.
remember? Write your verdict whether guilty or not without writing your juror number and give it back to me.
Here, my chip.
Can you pass this on, please?
Please.
Can you just pass?
This should be quick.
Let's finish it off.
Yeah,
Come on,
we are
do it
pretty
fast.
much done.
Guilty.
Of course.
Guilty. 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 That's 6. Please.
Arey, to be
6
nine.
guilty. 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 Not guilty.
What? Why?
Guilty.
And how do you like this?
Who was that? Who was it? I think we have a right to know.
All right. Who did it? Which idiot changed her vote?
Is that a way to talk about a man's life?
Whose life are you talking about? The life of a dead man or the life of a murderer?
I want to know who.
So do I.
Excuse me. We agreed on a secret ballot.
Nobody looked when
Yeah,
we did it.
correct.
But now I want to know.
Yes.
We agreed on a secret ballot, no? The lady wants to keep it a secret. Let's
What do you mean? There are no secrets in here. I know who it is.
Who is it?
What's the matter with you? You come in here, you vote guilty, and then this holy creature tries to tear your heart out with stories about that poor little boy who couldn't help becoming a murderer, and you change your vote. If that isn't the most sickening, hold it now.
I agree with you that the boy is guilty, but let's try to be fair.
Hold it. Be fair. That's just what I'm saying. We are trying to get the guilty man punished, and all of a sudden, we are paying attention to fairy tales.
That's right.
Let's try to get things organized.
Now
up here.
listen to me. You listen to me.
It isn't organized, but let's try to be civilized.
I'd like to say something here. You know, I thought in this country people were entitled to have unpopular opinions. And this is the reason I came to this country. I wanted to have the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Yeah. Usually I would, but in this case I agree. But I'm ashamed to say in my country, we have no right.
Now, we are not here to listen to the history of our entire country.
It's always wise to remember what has happened in other countries where people aren't allowed to disagree. But we are, so let's stick to the subject.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. Now, will you please tell us why did you vote not guilty for?
I want to know too. You haven't told us as yet.
Why do you think I didn't change my vote? Because I know. Now just go on with it.
There is nothing for her to tell you.
Why?
She didn't change the vote.
Then you know.
I did.
What? I was going to tell you, but you were so sure of your damn self.
Sorry. Okay, now you tell. Why did you change?
Maybe you would like to know.
Let me tell you that the boy is. Now, let the lady talk.
Thank you.
Let her speak.
This lady chose to stand alone against us. That's her right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. She left the verdict up to us. She gambled for support and I gave it to her. I want to hear more. The vote is 10 to 2.
All right. If your speech is over, let's just get on with it, please.
If there was anything in favor of the boy, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Exactly. They're clutching at straws.
As guilty as they are. That's the kid, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's that one juror who's holding out, but she ought to come around. Fundamentally, she's quite a reasonable person.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I don't know why they think that.
They haven't anything to prove it. It's hard, you know.
It is hard. Because what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt mean anyway?
That's true.
What is reasonable doubt?
Exactly.
That's also
Reasonable doubt. What is a reasonable doubt? When a man's life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You've got to have law and order and you've got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone will start knifing people.
Correct. Not much doubt here.
But then, look at them.
And we
Both
both
think so.
think alike, isn't it?
It is.
But you do hear stories about innocent people?
what's wrong with her.
Right? You do hear stories about innocent men who went to jail or death, and sometimes a year later things turn up.
Exactly. And on the other hand, there's some killers who get turned
Yeah.
loose and they go and do it again.
Correct.
They squeeze out on some technicality and go and kill again.
Look, now that we have kind of cooled off, I was a little excited a minute ago. You know how it is. Well, I didn't mean to get nasty. Nothing personal.
That's okay.
Okay, look. Supposedly, you answer me this. If the boy hasn't killed it, who has?
Yeah.
As far as I know, we are supposed to decide whether the boy on trial is guilty or not. We are not supposed to decide anyone else's motives here.
Totally, I agree, I suppose. But
Nobody else.
who else had a motive?
Yeah, correct.
See, the boy's father was along in years. Maybe an old grudge.
Remember,
We're just clutching on
this is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This is an important thing to remember.
Everybody everyone is a lawyer here. I know. Now, supposing you explain to us what your reasonable doubts are.
This is not easy. So far, it's only a feeling that I have. What? A feeling. Perhaps you don't understand.
No, I don't understand.
And here, are we going to be wasting the whole night talking about your feelings, madam? What about the facts?
Correct.
Yes, you're right. Look, the old man heard the boy say, I'm going to kill you.
Yes.
A second later, he heard the father's body falling.
Correct.
And he also saw the boy running out of the house.
Correct. And let's not forget the testimony of the woman across the street.
Correct.
She looked through the window and saw the boy stab his father in the chest.
Right.
Did she not?
Yes.
Now, is that not enough for you?
No, it's not enough for me. What is enough for you? I don't know.
What do you like? It's like talking into a dead phone.
Look, the woman saw the killing through the windows of a passing elevated train. The train had 5 cars. She saw the killing through the last 2 cars.
Correct.
She remembered the most insignificant details.
Now, what do you have to say about that?
I don't know. Something doesn't sound right to me.
Supposing you think about it. And let us pass some time. Let's play some tic-tac-toe. Lend me a pencil, somebody please lend me a pencil. Oh, thank you. Chalo, let's play some tic-tac-toe. Let's pass the time.
Hey, what are you doing here? Where is she going? Huh? This isn't a game.
Now wait a minute.
This is a man's life.
Who do you think you are?
Okay, let's take it easy.
I have a good mind to slap this person.
All right.
Let's maintain some decorum here.
Exactly.
You have to take
Let's have
just and fair decisions. Let's treat this process with respect that it demands.
Yes, please.
Let's not turn this into a cat fight.
Huh.
Did you see her? The nerve, the absolute nerve.
Listen, she don't mean anything.
How about sitting down, please?
Yes,
It's not a game. Who does she think she is?
Look, weren't we talking about elevated trains?
Yes, we were.
So,
All right. How long does it take for an elevated train going at top speed to pass a given point?
what does that have to do with anything?
How long does it take? Guess.
I haven't the slightest idea.
I don't think they mentioned it.
I don't have any idea.
They never discussed it.
What do you think?
About 10 to 12 seconds maybe?
Yeah, that's a fair guess. Anyone else?
Perhaps it takes 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Yes, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, alright, we're agreed 10 seconds. So, what are you getting at?
This. An elevated train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point. Now that given point is the window of the room in which the killing took place. You could almost reach out the window and touch the train, right?
Alright. I tried it too over there.
So, okay, I want to ask this.
Did anyone ever hear live right next to the elevated track?
I have lived close to them.
They make a lot of noise, don't they?
Yes, they do.
I live right by the elevated track. When the window is open and the train goes by, the noise is almost unbearable. You can't even hear yourself think. Alright, so you cannot hear yourself think. What are you getting at?
She has a point.
The old man who lives downstairs heard the boy say, I'm going.
But he didn't hear. He screamed.
correct.
Alright, the old man heard the boy scream, I'm going to kill you. And 1 second later, he heard the boy fall. 1 second. That's the testimony, right?
Right. Okay.
The woman across the street looked through the windows of the last 2 cars on the elevated train and saw the body fall, right?
Okay.
The last 2 cars. The last 2 cars. What exactly are you getting at? An elevated train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point. That's 2 seconds per car. Now the train has been going by the old man's window for almost 6 seconds or even more before the body fell, according to the woman.
Yeah.
The old man would have had to hear the boy say, I'm going to kill you, with the front of the train roaring past his nose. I don't think it's possible he could have heard it.
What do you mean? Sure, he could have heard it.
With an elevated train going by.
The man said the boy yelled it out.
An elevated train makes a lot of noise.
It's enough for me.
I don't think he could have heard it.
Please.
Maybe the old man didn't hear it? I mean, with the elevated
Oh,
train.
come on, he
What are you people talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
It doesn't seem to fit.
What doesn't say?
Well, it stands to reason.
You are crazy?
Yeah.
Why would he lie?
Correct.
What will he gain?
Correct.
Attention.
Huh?
Attention? Maybe.
What?
You keep coming up with these bright sayings. Why don't you send one to the newspaper? You'll get some money.
What has that got to do with a man's life? Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard.
It's just that I looked at him for a very long time.
Okay.
The seam of his jacket was split. Did you notice that? He's a very old man who wears a torn jacket and carries 2 canes. I think I know him better than any one of you here.
Of course, you're old.
This is a quiet, frightened, insignificant man who had been nothing all his life. No recognition, no names in the newspapers, even after 75 years. This is very sad. A man like this needs to be questioned, needs to be asked, needs to be recognized and quoted just once. This is very important.
Are you trying to tell us that old man lied just so that he could be important?
No,
Then
he didn't really lie.
Then
But perhaps he made himself believe that he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
That's the most fantastic story I have ever heard. How do you make up things like that?
I'm not making it
You
up.
must be making it up. People don't lie for things like that.
He made himself believe that he told the truth.
And how do you know that?
I speak from experience.
what experience?
I am the same man.
Thank you. I think we all understand now.
Now, if you want to admit that you are a liar, it's okay with me.
Now that's too much.
No.
What?
She is a liar. She does not say.
She didn't say he was a liar. She was just explaining.
No, she said.
Didn't you say you are a liar?
Come on. She was explaining the circumstances to make us understand why the old man might have lied. There is a difference.
Come
A
on.
liar is a liar. And that's all. Do it.
Please have some compassion.
Ladies, we've got a job to do. Let's do it now.
I think they've covered it. I hope we have.
Anything else?
Cup drop?
What? Cup drops now.
Anyone else need cup drop? I'll take one.
Ma'am, can I please go for a smoke now?
Not again.
But I need it. I'm in advertising. Please.
Can we get on with it, please?
Yeah, let's.
All right. I think by now we have proved that the old man didn't hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you." Proved.
I disagree.
But what if he did hear the boy say, "I'm going to kill you"? This phrase. Let me ask you, how many times each one of you have used this in your life? Probably hundreds.
Yeah.
Hey, if you do it once more, I'm going to kill you. Come on, kill him. But do we really mean that we're going to kill them?
Yeah, but don't the circumstances alter that somewhat?
And wasn't the old man killed? He was
phrase
killed.
was,
Yes.
and the phrase was, "I'm going to kill you."
Correct.
And the boy
Yeah.
screamed at the top of his lungs.
Correct.
Yes, totally. Now don't try and tell me that he didn't mean it. Anyone who says such a thing in the way that the boy said,
Yeah.
they mean it.
Correct.
And how they mean it.
Correct. You're right.
Now let me ask you this. Do you really think that the boy shouted out a thing like that so that the whole neighborhood would have heard it? I don't think so. He's much too bright for that.
Right?
He is an ignorant frog. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak. Oh,
Hey, what?
never mind.
The boy is clever enough. I would like to change my vote.
What?
To not guilty.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Can you change your vote?
There is a doubt.
Where is the doubt?
Look at the knife.
What about the night?
Hey,
Hey, she has made you believe into these fairy tales.
What are your reasons? 9 to 3 in favor of guilty now.
Oh God.
Go on, give us your reasons. The old man too. Maybe the old man lied, or maybe he just didn't. What? Maybe the old man didn't like the boy.
Maybe that's not the end.
Correct.
There is a reasonable doubt.
And what are you basing it on? The stories that that woman is saying?
Yeah.
She should write for Manohar Kahani. She would make a fortune out of it. Look, the boy had a lawyer, didn't he?
Yeah.
Huh? He had a lawyer.
Correct.
Why didn't his lawyer put out all the coins?
Correct.
Lawyers can't think of everything.
Arey
wow.
Baba. Wow, wow, wow,
New
wow.
story.
You sit in here and pull out stories out of thin air. Now we are supposed to believe that the old man didn't get up from the bed, run to the door and see the boy beat it down 15 seconds after the killing was done.
That was the testimony.
Exactly. I remember the old man says that. He said that. He swore to it.
Yeah,
and
he
all
swore.
because he wanted to be important.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Run, walk. What's the difference? He got there. Hello.
I don't remember what he said, but I don't see how he could run. He walked.
Yeah,
He
okay.
said that he went from the bedroom to the front door.
He went.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's good
He
enough.
went.
Correct.
Where is the bedroom anyways?
Down the hall somewhere.
Down the hall somewhere.
Yeah.
Are we to send a man off to die because it's down the hall somewhere?
Oh gosh, she started
Well,
again.
I thought you remembered everything. You don't remember this now?
I don't.
I don't remember either.
Of course you don't.
Madam Foreman, I would like to take a look at the diagram of the.
Oh no, not again.
God.
Excuse me. Now what's with you?
It's not about my time anymore, ma'am. It's not that simple for me with 2 elder brothers and an ailing father.
What?
I'm aware of the ridiculous restrictions imposed on me. My father won't have his medicines unless and until I'm back home. So while I'm here in this stifling room deliberating on a man's fate, doing my civic duty, my heart is there with my father. I'm scared of my elder brothers who would be counting minutes till I'm back home, like a prisoner on parole. So, ma'am, I'm sorry for being distracted, but please don't read my distractions as my indifference. What? I'm here. I'm listening. We are all supposed to be here to listen, to think and decide. And that's exactly what I intend to do.
What all is going on?
Why don't we just have them run the trial all over again so that she could get everything going?
The bedroom is down the hall somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know exactly where it is? Please. A man's life is at stake here. Do you know?
It's okay.
Madam Foreman.
I heard you.
Now what is this one here? How come you are the only one in this room who wants to see exhibits all the time?
What is your problem?
I want to see it too.
Oh.
Me too.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't want to waste time here.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we going to start wading into all that nonsense about where the body was found?
Correct.
No, we are not.
Then.
We're going to find out how an old man who's had 2 strokes in past 3 years and walks with a pair of canes could get to the front of the door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He said
20.
15.
Oh.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge a thing on like this.
Yes.
He said 15.
Really?
He was very positive about it.
It's
He is an old man. You saw it.
Yeah.
Half of the time he was confused. How could he be positive about
Anything?
Well, you know.
No, I don't know. Maybe you know.
Is this what you wanted?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, please wake me up when this is over.
Hey, listen. We have gone through this for over 2 hours, so enough is enough.
Correct. What is it?
All right.
Yeah.
Now, this is the apartment where the killing took place.
Correct.
The old man's apartment is directly beneath it and exactly the same. Here are the elevated tracks, the bedroom, another bedroom, living room, bathroom, kitchen. And here is the hall. Now this is the front door and here are the steps. The old man was in his bed in this room.
Okay.
He said he got up,
Yeah.
went to the hall,
Yeah.
down the hall to the front door and opened it and looked just in time to see the boy racing down the stairs. That's right?
That's the story.
That's what happened. Exactly.
15 seconds later, he heard the body fall.
Correct.
Right?
His bed was at the window. It's 12 feet from his bed to the bedroom door. The apartment is 43 feet 6 inches. Now, the old man would have had to get out of bed, get his canes, walk 12 feet to the bedroom door, walk 43 feet to the front door, all in 15 seconds. Do you think it's possible?
Not possible.
Of course it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Correct.
The old man walked very slowly to the court. They had to help him into the witness stand.
So,
You make it look like a long walk. It isn't.
correct.
For an old man who uses canes, it is a long walk.
Yes. What are you doing? What are you trying to do?
I'm going to try it. I want to see how long it took him. I'm going to pace off 12 feet. That's the length of the bedroom.
Okay.
Are you crazy? You can't recreate a thing like that.
Perhaps you see this is an important point.
It's a ridiculous waste of time. Let her do it.
I don't see any harm in it. Foolish. But go ahead.
Hand me a chair, please.
Please. Movie is happening here.
Let's say this was a bedroom door.
Okay.
How long is it from here to the door of this room?
I'd say it's 20 feet.
Ah.
Yeah.
about.
20 feet is
Okay.
close enough. So let's say from here to the door and back would be 40 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
That's shorter than the length of the apartment through which the old man had to walk through.
A few feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Okay, hey, who do you think you are? What exactly are you trying to do?
We cannot stop her.
Do you mind if I try?
Please.
According to you, it's just 15 seconds. Go on. We can spare that. Does anyone have a watch with a second hand here?
I do.
All right, I do. Just when you want me to start, just stamp your foot. All right, we'll time you from there. Okay. Let's say he kept his canes right at the bedside.
Right.
All right, I'm ready. I'm waiting for the hand to get to 60. Hey, move on faster. I'm sure he went on fast.
She's walking much more quickly than the old man did.
No, she isn't.
Yeah.
If you want me to move faster, I will.
Yeah. Please walk. Please walk faster.
My picture.
My job.
Stop. What's the time? 10, 20, 30, 35, 39 seconds.
It can't be.
39 seconds exactly.
39 seconds.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Now what do you think of that?
39 seconds. 39.
Now you know.
And the old man swore that it was 15 seconds.
Yes.
She might have been a little off the speed than the old man, but 24 seconds off.
Too much.
Now you know.
Now you know, yes.
I guess call anyone a liar. But keeping in mind this difference in the speed of yours and the old man, still that's quite
Quite a discrepancy.
that's right.
I guess the old man would have gone to the front door, heard someone going down the stairs, and assumed it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
Assume? Correct. Assume? Now listen to me, you ladies. I have had all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake.
What dishonesty?
Tell her. You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about slum kids and injustice, and you make up these wild stories. You have got some soft-hearted old ladies listening to you. Well, I am not. I'm getting real sick of you. What's the matter with you people? The boy is guilty. He got to burn. We are letting him slip through our fingers?
Our fingers.
Who?
Are you his executioner?
Yes, I am one of them.
Perhaps you would like to hang him.
For this boy, you bet I would like to hang him.
I'm sorry for you.
Don't start with me.
What it would feel like to want to see him hanged.
Shut up.
You're a sadist.
Shut up!
You want the boy to die because of personal reasons and not because of war. You are a beast. You disgust
Just
me.
leave me! I'll kill her! I will kill her! I will kill you! Please!
What is the matter with you?
Do you know what you're doing? Just leave me!
You don't really mean you're going to kill me? Do you?
All right, everyone, settle on your seats.
Hey! What are you looking at?
I don't see why we have to behave like children here.
Nor do I. We have a responsibility here. This is the remarkable thing about democracy.
Yes.
We are here, what is the word? Notified to come down to this place and decide upon the guilt or innocence of a man. Of a man we've never met before. We have nothing to gain or lose by the verdict. And this is what makes us so strong. We cannot make this into such a personal thing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you thank me?
We forget. It's good to be reminded.
I'm glad we're going to be civilized about this.
But we are still nowhere.
Oh, we are somewhere or getting there maybe.
Who's got an idea over here?
Maybe we should try another round of votes.
Yeah.
Ma'am, for
Correct.
pardon moment. That's okay with me.
Yes, let's do
Anyone objects to this?
Now I want an open ballot.
it. Correct.
Let's call out the votes.
Yes.
I want to know who stands where.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
do it, Madam Foreman.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
I'm calling out all the juror numbers.
Okay.
You can tell me your suggestion for what is your verdict.
Yeah.
I vote guilty.
Of course.
2,
Not guilty.
3,
Guilty.
4,
Guilty.
5,
Not guilty.
What?
6,
Not guilty.
7,
Guilty.
8,
Not guilty.
9,
Not guilty.
10,
Guilty.
11,
Not guilty.
12,
Guilty.
That's 6 to 6.
6 to 6.
Hey, let me tell you this. A crime is being committed in this very room.
6 to 6.
I am ready to walk into the court and declare a hung jury.
Yes.
There is no point going on like this anymore.
Correct.
I want to know why you changed.
Yeah. What
Why
was
you
your
changed
problem?
your mind and why you changed
Yeah,
your mind.
what is your
There are
problem?
6 of us here who think we may be turning a murderer loose. Emotions won't do.
Yes.
Why?
6 to 6, I don't think they're going to reach anywhere.
Ma'am,
got to
I
be
don't
unanimous.
think the old man saw the boy run downstairs.
What?
It's very unlikely that he heard the boy scream, I'm gonna kill you.
Why not?
Old men dream.
Oh,
And
God.
even if he did hear the old man boy scream, I'm gonna kill you, we have the reasoning of this lady here, which proves that he actually didn't mean it.
Come.
Why don't we just take it to the judge and let the boy have his lung with
Yeah.
12 other people,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah.
6 to 6, I don't think we're going to get anywhere.
It's got to be unanimous. And I don't think so we'll be able to ever convince her.
Well, at first I was alone. But now there are 5 others who agree. There is a doubt.
You can't ever convince me that there is a doubt. Because there isn't a doubt.
Ladies, we are a hung jury. Let's just be honest about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
We are not going to be a hung jury.
But we are.
Yeah.
A perfect balance.
Correct.
Let's take it to the judge right now, please.
But I still think that the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
The doubt is there in my mind.
What rubbish?
I'm thinking, let's take another vote.
What?
Not again.
What for, madam?
I want to know what are we voting here for?
Yeah.
Whether we're all a hung jury or not.
Oh, okay.
We vote yes, we are a hung jury, and no, we are not a hung jury.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
We can't even decide whether a window should be closed or not.
Let's take a majority vote. Majority wins.
Okay.
So are you
Sounds
saying
fair.
that if 7 or more of us vote yes, we are a hung jury, we will take it to the judge and tell him that we are a hung jury?
Yeah.
Yes, and if 7 of us vote no, we're not a hung jury, we continue our discussion.
Oh, but that doesn't seem quite right to me.
It's the only solution.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's get going.
Anything to end this, madam. Please, please.
All right. So let's take a vote.
Okay.
Whether we're a hung jury or not.
Yes, let's do it.
Just be clear. 7 or more, yes. It's a hung jury, and we take it to the judge.
Okay.
Okay? I vote we are a hung jury. 2,
No.
3,
Yes.
4,
Yes.
5,
No.
6, no, 7,
Yes.
8,
No.
9, no, 10,
Yes.
11,
No.
12.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
Oh God.
We can't even get a majority to decide whether or not we are a hung jury.
Look, I went along with the majority vote on this question. I did not agree with voting this way, not really. And I still don't. So I'm changing my vote to no, we are not a hung jury. I still believe that the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And there are some questions I have for some of us who have changed their minds.
Great, that means we're no longer a hung jury and we can continue our discussions.
Good. We go on.
Okay.
Why did you change your mind?
Yeah.
She seems so sure. She has made a good number of points. And she always gets mad and insults everyone.
What? So does the anger and the insult change the guilt of the boy? Are you going to turn a murderer loose because one of the jurors gets angry when she thinks that a murderer is being turned loose?
That's also true.
There is a doubt. I don't think so. The trap was straight in front of the window.
Correct.
So the elevated train would have made a low rumbling noise.
Yes.
Elevated trains screech when they go around curves. So the old man could have heard a scream that is high pitched.
Correct. Yes.
Right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely right. Please go on.
Good, good. That's it. That's it.
Yes. So what if the old man, sorry, not the elevated train, but the old man was wrong about the time that it took him, but right about whom he saw.
Yeah.
Remember that there weren't any fingerprints on the knife.
Correct. Yes.
Now listen to this lady. She's got a point. Listen to her carefully.
The point.
And it would have taken somebody a few seconds to take out a handkerchief and wipe off the knife.
Totally.
Correct.
Why don't we time this also to see?
Yes. I think a murderer
But
could
just
have
what
taken...
are we timing?
Yes, let's be exact, please.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
What I'm saying is that the old man could have been wrong about the time that it took him, but right about whom he saw.
Okay.
A murderer could take up,
39 seconds.
39 seconds. So
Yeah.
murderer could have easily taken up 39 seconds
Yeah.
to wipe off all the fingerprints and get down the stairs to the place where the old man saw him. The boy that
You're
Right.
right.
That's right.
Sounds good.
We reconstructed the old man walking from the door to the bed.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay.
Now let's reconstruct the actual crime and let's
sure.
time it.
Yeah.
As well as we can reconstruct it.
Let's do it. 30 to 40 seconds, I believe, pretty easily a murderer would have taken, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Let's do it.
Come.
Okay.
Here, you do the stabbing.
No, I'll do it.
Acha. Okay, you do it.
Okay.
Now, you be the one who gets stabbed. You are younger than me. Oh, please. And don't forget, you take 1 second to fall.
Okay, okay. So the old man was found on his right side. So fall and roll onto your right side. Yes, fall and roll onto your right side.
Madam,
Yes.
can you come here and do it? I can't see.
And then he would have taken a few seconds to wipe off the fingerprints and all that. But if somebody hates someone else enough to kill them, don't you think they would take a few seconds to look at the victim?
You're right. Divorce yourself from this situation and think about it. It's basic human nature.
Yes. Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute. He falls and he ends on his right side.
Yeah.
The father did.
Correct.
Yes? Now, stabbing someone isn't like shooting.
Yeah.
Even if it is right in the heart.
Okay. Yeah, that's
The
true.
father would have worked around for a few seconds, lying on the floor, writhing maybe.
Correct.
That is quite possible. There would have been enough oxygen in the system to last him for a few seconds.
Wouldn't the father have cried out?
Yeah, that was.
Maybe the boy held his mouth.
Yeah, that's also right. Yeah.
And there's another point that we may bring out, that somebody who is mentally clear enough to wipe off the knife would also be mentally clear enough to look around the apartment,
You
the
are
room in
right.
this case, to just see if there's any clues left behind.
You are right.
This is getting better and better.
Yes, yes.
We are trying to be clear. We don't talk about quality when murder is involved. Let's do it.
Regarding fingerprints, the kid wiped off the fingerprints from the knife.
Yes.
What about the doorknobs? If I saw somebody entering my room
Yeah.
and wiping the doorknobs with his handkerchief, that would give me an uneasy feeling.
Yeah.
the kid wiped the doorknobs after the killing.
Correct.
Fair enough.
That would have taken a few seconds too.
Yes.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You timed the previous one. Would you please time this?
Timing के साथ. Oh,
Yes.
ठीक है. Real time.
Okay, stamp when you want me to start.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm waiting for the hand to get to 60.
Again.
I'm going to kill you.
Now have you gone to wipe out? Okay, okay.
Stop.
Okay. So it's 10, 20, 25,
Okay.
29, 29 and half a second I would say.
And whoever did the murder would still have had to run down the hall and down the stairs, at least one flight of stairs.
You see?
You're right.
Just see. You see?
So now, both time sequences check. The one we all just did and the one you did. Yeah. So it does pretty much check out on times, does it not?
So the old man could have been wrong about the time that it took him, but right about whom he saw, and he could have very reasonably been there to see the boy as he was running down.
So
Absolutely.
the old man must have used this all for his attention. She's right. But the old man thinks the way we did. Everyone does think that the life is at stake.
Yes,
You're right.
but the story of the old man may well be true.
Except for the fact that he absolutely swore under oath that it was 15 seconds.
We all seem to agree that it was 25 to 40 seconds later.
You are now admitting that the old man lied in one case and told the truth in the other case. I admit that this does tend to confirm the story of the old man, but in part he is now a proven liar, and this is by your own admission.
The old man lies in part, but I think that will change my vote again. Too guilty.
Yes, good. What about you? What do you think now?
I just don't know what I think. I want to talk more. Initially, I thought guilty and then I changed my vote. And now, I think I'm swinging back to guilty.
Correct.
And what about you?
I'm in real doubt.
Yes.
And what about you?
Well, this boy isn't a kid with a weapon. He's a product of his environment, fighting to survive.
On the speech.
Though I feel for him, we can't ignore his struggle. I still say guilty. I was right.
You're beginning to make sense here. You're beginning to make sense here.
We are right.
So we are back to 9 to 3 in favor of guilty.
Let's get going. Another question about this old man. How many of you live in apartment buildings?
I don't know what you're thinking, but I know what I'm thinking.
What is that?
I didn't live in such buildings or apartments, but it was close. There's just enough light in the hallway to see the steps, no more. What? The light bulbs are small, you see.
Yeah.
And we don't live in these buildings out of choice. We stumbled on the steps, you remember?
And the police officers used big bulbs, and one even had a flashlight. Remember?
The old man might have misjudged the time by 24 seconds. But on that we agree.
Yeah.
But the old man looked down upon the dark hallway to see a running figure and recognized.
He was 100% wrong about the time. It took him twice as long as he thought.
Could not he be 100% wrong about whom he saw?
That's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. You're making up things out of thin air?
Ladies, we are a hung jury. Let's just accept it. Come on.
Don't you feel there is no room for reasonable doubt?
Oh, come on.
I don't feel.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't think you understand what is reasonable doubt.
What do you mean? He said I don't understand. What do you mean by that? Who are you to tell me?
Yeah.
Huh? Madam Foreman, how do you like her? Whosoever she is, she thinks she is. She comes here saving for her life, and before she could even take big breath, she's telling us how to run the show. The arrogance of her.
What is wrong with her?
No one here is asking anybody where they came from.
Huh? I
I was born right here.
Or where your father came from.
It wouldn't hurt us to take few tips from people who come running here. Maybe we could learn something we don't know. We are not so perfect.
It's all right. I've dealt with this all my life.
No, it's not all right.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I apologize. I know we have to be inclusive, if that's what we want.
Yes, that's what I want.
If we've stopped all these arguments, can we get back to the case, please?
Yes, please.
Anything else? Anyone's got anything constructive to say over here?
I do. Oh, really?
Oh, this one has something to say. Wow, imagine.
Well, something is bothering me a little.
Right.
You know,
Now she too.
the whole business about the stab wound and how it was made. The downward angle, you know.
What's the problem?
Now don't start that again. They went over it and over it in the court.
Correct.
I know they did, but I don't go along with it.
What? Why not?
Because the boy is 5 feet 8 inches tall.
Okay.
And his father was 6 feet 2 inches tall.
So?
That's a difference of 6 inches. And it's really awkward to stab down into someone's chest who is half a foot taller than you are.
Now, look, you are not going to get satisfied till you see it. I'm going to give you a demonstration. Anyone here? No. Anyone? No. Hey, you come here. Come here. Okay. Now, just watch it. I'm not going to do it again. Okay? Is that 6 inches?
That's more than 6 inches.
Let it be more. Okay. Now, this is the way. Look out! Not funny! Look out! Just funny! Look out! Just doesn't know what she's saying. Calm down. Too much. Relax. Nobody is hurt.
Yes.
Are you?
Nobody's hurt, fortunately.
All right. Now, look at this. There is your angle. Down and in. That's how I would stab a taller man in the chest. And that's how it was done. Now look at it and tell me if I'm wrong.
Down and in. There's no argument. Yes, you're right.
Did you ever stab a man?
Of course not.
Did you?
Don't be silly.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Then where do you get all the information how it's done?
What do you mean? It's common sense.
Have you ever seen a man stabbed?
No.
What are these questions?
All right. I want to ask you this.
Yes.
This boy was an experienced knife fighter.
Yes.
He was sent to the reform school for knifing someone. Isn't that so?
Yeah, that's right. So,
Now look at this.
what?
Is it in an awkward way of handling a knife? No. I'm asking you. What do you think?
Why are you asking me?
Now, wait a minute. Give me that knife. What's the matter with me?
What?
Have you ever seen a knife fight?
Yes, I have. In the movies, in my backyard, on my stoop, in the vacant lot across the street. Too many of them. Knives like these came with the neighborhood where I lived in. Funny that I didn't think of this before. Guess people like to forget those things, right? Anyone who's ever handled a knife like this would have not stabbed downwards.
Then?
You do not handle it that way. You use it underhanded.
Then he wouldn't have made the kind of wound that would kill his father.
I suppose it's conceivable that the boy may have caused the wound, but it's unlikely. Not if he had any experience with such knives. And we all know the boy had a lot of experience with knives.
I can't believe it.
Hey, listen, you are giving us a lot of mumbo jumbo here.
Excuse me?
Yes, totally.
What do you think?
I don't know with these angles and...
What about you?
What? Listen, yeah. I just want to tell you all something. I'm totally done with this. I think we are not going anywhere fast. I think we should just break up and go home.
All right, before we decide anything, I want to pull this together.
This should be good.
She has the right, let her go ahead.
You want me to time this too?
Let's hear her first.
Yeah, you know, I'm in advertising. I'm used to the big shots pulling things together. So let her pull things together. Maybe if we can kick some balls, we'll score a goal or two. Please do.
I want you all to look at this logically and consistently.
We have guilty.
I want to know, is the boy smart or is he dumb?
What do you mean?
Look, this boy has been sent to reform school for knifing someone. That night, he purchased a knife.
Yes.
Now, it would take a very stupid boy to kill a man, his father, with an instrument that everyone would associate him with.
I quite agree.
Yeah.
He's dumb.
However, if he were dumb, then why would he make the kind of wound that an inexperienced man would make with a knife?
Exactly.
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say.
To murder someone, it takes a lot of emotions,
Okay.
a lot of hatred.
Yeah.
At that given point, he would have to handle the knife as best as he could.
Yes.
A trained knife fighter would handle a knife in a trained way, that is, underhand. Someone who is not trained would go overhand. But the boy is being smart here. Smart enough to make the kind of wound that an amateur would make.
Right.
The man is a smart man. Smart enough to wipe the fingerprints away. Perhaps even smarter enough to wait until an elevated train was going by to cover the noise. So, is the boy dumb or is he smart?
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, the women across the elevated tracks saw the murder happening inside the elevated train. So someone else could have seen it too.
Yeah, that's also
That's possible, but no one has mentioned about it.
It would take an awfully dumb man to do the murder and take the chance as the train went by.
Exactly. A dumb man.
Yeah.
A very stupid man.
Exactly.
A man swept in emotions. Probably he heard nothing. Perhaps he didn't even hear the train coming. And whoever did murder the father did as well as he could. So, let's say, we can say that the boy is dumb to do everything to associate himself with the murder.
Correct.
The knife murder.
Yes.
And the moment after the murder, he's smart again to do the killing, to make that kind of wound that would lead us to suspect someone else.
Oh, yeah.
And then he is dumb again to do the killing with an elevated train going by.
Yeah, correct.
And again he is smart enough to wipe the fingerprints away.
Yeah.
So to say that the boy is guilty, let's say he's down from 8 o'clock until about midnight. And then from midnight he is smart 1 second, then dumb for a few seconds, then smart another second. And again he is stupid, so stupid that he couldn't even find a good alibi. Now is the boy dumb or is he smart?
Yeah.
To say that the boy is guilty, you have to toss his
Yes.
intelligence like a pancake.
She's right.
There is doubt.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that.
Correct.
And about the old man downstairs, he swore 15 seconds.
Yeah.
He insisted 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And we all know that it was almost 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's
So
also.
are you saying that he lied half of the time and then he told the truth again the other half of the time?
Oh.
Now
That's
to
okay.
make the boy guilty, he has to be he's stupid, then smart, then stupid and smart, and so on. And also the boy to be guilty, the old man must be a liar half of the time, and the other half he must tell the truth. You can reasonably doubt.
Yes.
I'd like to tell you all something. I'm sold
Yeah.
on reasonably doubt.
Yeah.
What?
I agree.
Me too.
I also
What?
agree.
What?
Yes.
I was the
agree
one who
too.
wanted to talk more, but now I've had it enough.
No, I agree.
I want to call for a vote.
Huh?
I think this does call for a vote.
Okay.
Let's make it quick. All those voting not guilty now, raise your hands.
I think.
What?
No. I agree.
You too?
There is.
You voting guilty?
There is doubt. There is
Guilty. So
guilty. Madam, you think he's guilty?
now the vote is 9-3 in favor of not guilty.
What is wrong with you people? Do you really believe that kid is innocent? Knowing that these people do not know what the truth is. They lie all the time. They go out, drink, fight, and then somebody is found murdered in the gutter next morning. Who cares? They don't have any value for life. Human life don't mean anything. Where are you going? I am talking to you here. I have known them. I have known them all my life. Live with them. Human life, they doesn't matter. Okay, there might be some good people here. I am the first one to say there are some decent lot, but they are an exception. Not a single one. Trust me. Hey, where are you going? I am talking my piece here. Not a single one you can trust. Not a single one.
What are you doing?
Look, listen. You've been telling that. You've been saying that. You know what is the truth is. You can't be believing that the boy is guilty or guilty.
If you say one more word, I'm going to split your skull!
Ladies, please,
Stop it!
let's maintain some decorum over here. We're here to take decisions based on facts and evidences, not on preconceived notions and prejudices. I know Juror 10, emotions are running high, tempers are flying. We are all here from different backgrounds, different walks of life. But let's use our differences to enhance and enrich our decision, not divide us like this.
I was just trying to say something here.
Ladies, please come and settle down.
Are you sure, Madam Foreman?
I think so.
Madam Foreman, can we continue?
Yes, please do.
I still think that the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right?
And for me, the most damning piece of evidence was the testimony of the woman across the street who saw the murder actually being committed through the windows of a passing
That's
elevator
right.
train.
As far as I am concerned, this is the most important testimony.
All right, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I can recount it exactly. The woman went to bed at 11 o'clock at night. When she lies down from her bed, she can see through her window into the window on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? She tossed and turned for an hour or so, unable to fall asleep. And then at around 12:10, she looked towards the window and she saw the boy stab his father.
Okay.
According to me, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. It's the whole case.
That was my feeling. And in view of this, I don't see how any of you could vote in favor of acquittal. What do you think?
I don't
I'm sorry,
know.
what do you think?
I don't know. I was very sure, but maybe it's not.
What do you mean maybe? She's absolutely right. You can throw away all other evidence.
That was my feeling. And while I don't deny the validity of the points that she has made, let's say that on one side of the tracks there is doubt.
Yeah.
But on the other side, what do you think about the story of the old woman? She saw it. What's the time?
It's 10 to 6.
You don't suppose they'd let us go home and close it in the morning?
No.
I've got my ailing father to take care
I don't
of.
want to.
Not a chance.
See the clock without your glasses? Not clearly.
Yeah, no.
Glasses are a nuisance.
Yeah.
What do you all do in the night when you wake up and you want to see what time is it?
Glasses.
I wear my
glasses and
look at the
clock.
And I lie in bed and wait for the clock to chime.
Clock to time?
Yeah, my father gifted the clock to us when we were married.
What?
My husband and I.
Oh.
See that?
Do you
Took 10 years to find the right place for that damn watch.
You should have asked me.
I want to ask you, do you put your glasses to bed?
No,
of course
nobody
not.
knows who does that.
Well, that old woman who testified the killing wore glasses. What about her? She wore glasses.
Of course! She wore bifocals. I clearly remember. They were very strong.
That's right. Bifocals. She never took them off.
Yeah. Correct.
I think it's logical to say that she wasn't wearing her glasses in bed
Of course.
and she had not put them on to casually glance outside the window.
Yeah.
She testified that the murder took place the instant she looked out and that lights went out a split second later.
Yeah.
I think she didn't get the time to put her glasses on. But I think that the old woman perhaps honestly thought she saw the boy killing the father. I think she just saw a blur.
How do you know what she saw? Maybe she's farsighted. How does she know all these things?
No, she's right.
Does anyone still here think there isn't a reasonable doubt?
Of course
Yes. I will always wonder. There is a reasonable doubt.
I think he is guilty.
Does anyone else? No. I'm convinced there is a reasonable doubt. You're alone.
7-1 in favor of not guilty.
I don't care whether I'm alone or not. I have a right.
Yes, you have a right.
Well, I told you, I think he's guilty. What else do you want?
Your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
We are not convinced. We are
okay.
waiting to hear them again. We have time.
No, we don't
Now
have
wait,
time. No.
wait, listen. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? You are the one who gave all the arguments. No, don't turn away. Please. A guilty man. A guilty man is going to be walking the street. A murderer. He's got to die.
No.
You can't leave me. Please stay with me.
No.
Please stay with me.
No! I'm convinced now. I'm not wrong often, but this time I guess I was. There is a reasonable doubt in my mind. We are waiting.
You are not going to intimidate me. I am entitled to my opinion. It will be a hung jury. That's it.
Well, there's nothing that we can do about it except hope that one night, maybe in a few months, perhaps, you might get some sleep.
You're alone now.
It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone.
And if it is a hung jury, some of us will share the various facts with the new lawyers.
They are waiting.
You are all alone now. Need to take a decision.
All right. Guilty.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the team of 12 angry women. We had Vikram, who was performing as juror number 11. Sugandhi as juror number 10. Pallavi as juror number 7. Pragati as juror number 5. Juror number 2 was performed by Sonia. Charisma as juror number 1. Susi as juror number 12. The youngest member in the class, Tripanna, as juror number 9. Ishita as juror number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, as juror number 3, we had Ritu. And Shweta as juror number 8.
There is a doubt.
I thank Rajneesh sir, who was helping us with the lights. You won't be able to see him. Do you think I'm going to forget that? I'm glad that we had friends who had joined us in the last minute. Shreya was helping us with music. And request a Kathak dancer and the tabla artist to mention their name. It's never easy to put a production like this together. I'd like to thank Indrani and Sugandhi for helping me. This is the second performance that we are putting up after the movement on trial. To learn up lines, come for rehearsals, at the same time continue with the kind of communication that we do to reach out to all of you, it's never easy. But she makes it look so easy. Juror number 4 was performed by Surika. And if you please allow me to mention this, the only reason that I get the confidence to come up with performances over here is because I think that I have a family in Indrani, Titoda and Sugandhi. Thank you so much, friends. We would surely like to come up with many more performances, but our dreams will remain dreams and never come true if we do not have your good wishes and your prayers, for which we humbly beg. Please spread the word and do share your feedback with us. Thank you.
And our champion TC.
TC, come here.
Nothing without TC.
Director, the Bhagat Chaudhary.